All right, guys. I wanted. Oh, now I'm live. Okay. All right, guys. So I wanted to kind of discuss a project idea that I want to and have been wanting to do. When I was in Minnesota, this guy had this Pantera. It wasn't the one that I want, but I kind of am looking for a shell, something that is pretty much complete. It doesn't need an engine because I want to swap it uh, with a different engine. So the whole reason for this whole live stream is to see if any of my subscribers or any of their family and friends or anybody they know, or if they've seen one, knows of one of these cars around in the US. I mean, it can be maybe in Canada. I don't want to go down to Mexico. It can't be in Europe. I don't want to ship anything overseas. But I really want one of these cars just so I could do I think that's probably the next project after I finished the 3000 GT. I was kind of, thinking about some stuff, and I really want one of these cars. They are expensive, but I figure if there's one that doesn't have an engine, it has to have the transmission. But without an engine would probably be perfect. Maybe needing, paint and maybe a little bit of body work. I think they're aluminum and fiberglass. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't researched it that much. I just know that they are pretty cool looking cars. So I was just seeing what your guys' thoughts on maybe this project. Ooh, GT40. Yeah, I can't find GT40. So this is kind of the next best thing. Not very many people really know about Panteras, I don't think. It's kind of like that forgotten, it's kind of like a kind of the middle class supercar. If you couldn't afford a Lambo, you could get a Pantera. Now they're like super expensive. If you can find like a really clean one, it's all like almost $250,000. So let's see what you guys are saying. Do an E46. I'm not that into. If I did like a BMW, it'd probably be probably an E30. I like E30s. What is put a flat plane voodoo in it? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. Explain what a flat plane voodoo is. Get a voodoo Ford V8 for the swap. So I think the whole reason behind it is it has pretty much the Ford V8 from the factory. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be that hard to get a like a newer Ford V8 because you can get the crate engines, and that would be pretty tight. Or maybe like a Hellcat swapped one would be pretty tight. But actually being able to find one of these cars for a reasonable price, I'd say something reasonable without an engine, needing work like body work, paint work. I don't want it to be like where I have to find like a quarter panel, because that's pretty much going to be impossible. But without an engine, needing some work, probably the interior being complete, maybe needing like something that's been sitting in a barn, maybe not a barn, but maybe in somebody's shed, something like that. I expect to spend maybe like 15 to 20 grand on it. So for like a good usable shell, I know some people are going to be like, they're expensive cars, but the chances of somebody like being able to restore one is very slim. And I don't really want to restore it to, none of my cars are original to say. Like my 240s are stock body. I don't like doing very like wide body stuff or like messing up the chassis, but engine wise and stuff like that, like brake wise, performance wise, I try to stick stuff in there that fits without cutting stuff up. And I kind of want to do the same thing. I want to keep the body pretty much nice and sleek, because it is a very good looking car. The only issue with them was they were never very low, so I'd want to do some kind of like coil over and lower it a little bit, put a different engine in it to make a lot of power out of it. But Oh man, people are talking football. I don't watch football. Let's see. We have 3 around town. Are they like good ones or are they like expensive ones? The original engines were garbage. Yes, I know that. That's why I would like to put like something with, 500 or 600 horse in one of those cars would be, you know, even even putting like an LS7 in it, or maybe like what else is mounted like that? I don't know. Like there's quite a few, rear mount transmission configurations. The Corvettes, have the rear mounted tranny, but the engine's in the front. I mean, the new Corvette coming out. Maybe if I could, find a wrecked one of those soon enough, I could swap that, because it's going to be midship too. So, ooh, put a Vetta engine in it. Oh yeah, there we go. GT350. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'd probably get a whole car, unless I got like one of those starter pallets. Um, but Copart. No, I looked on Copart, couldn't find one. What is a Voodoo? I'm gonna hold on. Let me look at what this is because people keep saying it. What is a Voodoo? It's probably gonna be like some porn shit. What is a Voodoo? No, that's the crate engine. I didn't know they're called Voodoos. Interesting. No, maybe that's something else. What am I looking at? Car and driver Voodoo. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is the new 5.2 liter. Okay, yeah, that's what I put in it. But I'd probably just get a whole car because the cars aren't too ridiculously expensive. After you part them out, it'd be like a free engine and tranny, and then free engine, sell the tranny, hit them up like homies. Don't run it with a Ford engine. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know if I do a crate 5 liter when you're like spending that amount of money. You might as well just go up and spend the extra. I think it's only like an extra couple grand to get the 5.2, or is it a 6.2? I think the GT350 comes with a 6.2, doesn't it? Let's see. On the Googler, or is it a 5.2? No, 5.2. Okay. I was thinking probably like Chevy. No, I know they're going for good money. Ooh, iron. The originals had iron block V8s. That's no. That'd go in the trash. What is a Ricklin? Let's check this out. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Or Rickland. Get out of here with that. Oh, Brickland. Oh, where'd it go now? Expensive all original, yes, they are. Am I getting one? I mean, if I could find one for a reasonable price. I don't want an original one because I don't want to spend $250,000 on a car. Um, I mean, and I don't want something that I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't want something I'm gonna have to tear apart. I just want something that's like already kind of in the stage of like it needs to be torn apart. It doesn't have all the original like matching number stuff, which would make it worth a lot of money because I don't really care about that. Actually, somebody said 10 to 15 grand won't buy the trans. One sold on Bring a Trailer. It was a pretty recently, and it sold for like 20, but it was like complete and needed like it just looked like it needed like a restore on it, but it was a really nice complete car. But it sold for 20. So I mean, something without an engine, without all the matching number stuff, I think I think like 10 to 15 is probably pretty reasonable. Especially like somebody that's going to have one that's all decrepit like that isn't going to really care about it. It will lose value if I put an LS in it, but it will be fun. So there is that. Don't you have enough projects? Well, I'd finished the VR4, and the truck is going to be finished probably, I'd say, in a week or two. So, I mean, I got a door for the VR4, the hood's in primer. I just need to pretty much work on getting that, ironed out. No vet engine. GT350. I could have a vote on my Patreon for like what engine I should put in it if I ever 435 EcoBoost. That wouldn't be bad. I was thinking like a Noble with the 3.5 EcoBoost in it. Turbo VH or 1Z. Ooh. Let's see. Swap a 2J and a GT350. Yeah. No. Love the 350 build. Thanks. Build an 89 Chevy Blazer. I don't know. GT 500 5.8 would be sick. VQ 37. There's a lot of good engines going on in here. Let's see. Oh man, now I lost my place. Oh, whatever. VK56. The VK would be a really great swap if Nissan didn't screw it up so bad with the whole crank sensor issue. Just found this channel today and it's great. Thanks. Oh man, I wish you were my friend so you could help me with my builds and I don't have to help you. Oh man, that's savage. What's up, Dave? How's the truck? I just got done driving it. Can we get more content on the VR4? Yeah, I'm planning on getting the doors and stuff on it. I just can't stand it just sitting there with no doors and just full of like all the interior stuff. So yeah, there'll probably be content coming up after the 350. Ooh, expensive diesel swap. I don't know if I'd do a diesel swap. Noble is great. 13B. Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe I could stick a 2JZ in it if somebody said a Coyote is too big. So 2JZ, solve all the issues, be able to make 580 on it reliably. Yeah. Yeah, the Nobles have a twin turbo engine, but they're old technology. I mean, EcoBoost in there, that wouldn't be bad. Ford Barrett engine, get out here with the Barrett. Four rotor swap, that would actually not be bad. Find a wrecked Lightning. Let's see. I mean, a 2J in there would be tight. I mean, it would be easy to wire. The only the biggest deal would be making an adapter plate for it. They might even have something for like a Ford to like 2J something, V8 only. If we found 3 bad shaped Supras, I mean, there's plenty of wrecked Supras. Just finding cheap ones. EcoBoost and an 03 Ranger. That actually wouldn't be bad. 6-liter diesel swap. Yeah, so it just sound like it's rattling all the time. So I didn't want this stream to be too long, so I think that's pretty much the idea of what I want to do. And if somebody knows of one, or knows of somebody that knows of one, or something like that, something crazy, I mean, some way I could get my hands on it for what I've talked about, relatively at a decent price. I mean, even if it's higher than if it's over 15 grand or something, I want something that needs work. I don't want one of the the older body style ones. I want like the one in the picture, because that's when they did change to the more sleek look. So if you know of anybody, just DM me on Instagram. And I think that's where this live stream is going to end. I don't want it to drag on for no reason at all. So thanks for tuning in, and see you guys next time.